So we're starting live 1, 2 podcast. This is what it boils down to. The podcast. So,
alright, so we got Mr. Brooklyn himself, Rod live.
Yeah, you know the vibe, man. Your boy Rod in the building and all that, man. Don't call me Rod no more, call me Brooklyn. Like, that's just what it is.
Brooklyn.
Cause it's different, like, it's different. Like, I don't know, like, end of the day, like, we do things differently. Like, when you from Brooklyn, like, the vibe is like, it's just, it's unexplainable. Like, it's so unexplainable that I gotta take a sip of water for it. I'm like,
Go.
like, it's so different. Like I'm from Brownsville, so it's like when you from Brooklyn, it's like it's a different vibe. Like it's to the point where you don't even have to say nothing. Like people already know what it is already. Like I don't know. Like that's just
like
how I feel.
Right?
Yeah, it's like as soon as you say Brooklyn, they be like, you know what I mean? Like that's the fake they give you. Like you know what I mean? Like
about to go down.
they already know the vibe already. Like they already know. Like it's thorough. Like Brooklyn is thorough. So it's like that's just what it is, man.
Alright, so like get more in detail with like your city.
Like Brooklyn is like first and foremost, man. Like it's lit. Like that's just what it is. Like it's lit. It's the heart of everything. You know what I mean? It's like Brooklyn is the center of attention. You know
so
what I
like
mean?
that's the popular place in New York then.
I mean, it's other places. You got Queens, you got Staten Island. I mean, you know, you got all the boroughs and stuff, but they ain't messing with Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like that's just how I feel. Man. I don't know.
Alright, now let's know your whole town and let's tell me more about yourself. Like I heard you trying to make a movie now, right?
Yeah, I'm working on a new film. It's called I'll Be Right Back. That's in the works. I'm about to start filming that in the next maybe 2 weeks.
Any details on the movie or?
As of right now, everything's preliminary. But it's definitely you're gonna see some familiar faces. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be, I guess like my introduction to acting. I mean, I've done skits and stuff like that. You know, by the way, y'all can check me out on Instagram, Robbie Wildin, Raw_B_Wildin. I do skits and stuff, comedy, you know, but I want to kind of transition myself into doing the whole acting thing. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's an introduction, you know, for me, and I just want to just basically showcase my talent. I always had the, you know, the feel of acting, because even when you're doing scripts, in a sense, you're acting. It's a form of acting, you know. So I just want to you know, let the world see what I'm capable of, and yeah, that's about it, man.
See what Brooklyn all about.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and that's the thing too. Like even in my movie, you're gonna see a side of me that you never really seen, or you never seen before. Like I'm gonna still have my
gonna be the old you basically.
Yeah, basically, like it's gonna be Brooklyn in it, and it's basically gonna tell a story. You know, basically, it's a father who loves his daughter. You know, and you know the daughter basically asks the father. You know, to get her something from the store. He goes to the store, you know, something tragic happens. He came back, but he didn't come back the way that you wanted him to come back. He came back in the spirit form. So, like I said, I just want y'all to check that out, man. That's coming soon. Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be different. You know, I want y'all to check that out.
Yeah. Alright, so you ain't even brought your daughter. Like I know you got kids, right?
Yeah, man. I got kids, man. I got beautiful kids, man. I got 4 kids, man, and I love them. You know, shout out to Deshaun, Maxwell, Maxine, and Nala. You know, those are my babies, and I just want to basically, you know, pass down, you know, my legacy and you know, just do things for them. You know.
I've seen videos like your kids act just like you.
Yeah, man. Like, act like me, man.
Like 3 different Rods and Brooklyns.
4. So it's like
I don't know about the new ones. Like
yeah, like it's just like it's yeah. Well, obviously he's young. He's gonna grow up. But it's like yeah. I mean, you know, they. I tell people all the time, your kids is a representation of you. You know what I mean? So it's like have where you are, that's how your kid's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
let's picture that.
yeah, so it's like all the talents and stuff and all the things that I always wanted to do, they're gonna be doing it, you know. And I think that's a beautiful thing for me. I'm excited to see how all of that plays out as time progresses, you know. But yeah, man.
Well, would you like see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years, I would like to be wealthy. You know, I would like to own something. I think a lot of us have this, you know, we rent. Everything is renting, you know, rent
TVs,
rent
the car.
Yeah, rent the car, rent this and rent, you know. I think it's time for us to, I think it's time for us to own, you know, ownership. I think so. In the next 5 years, I would just like to own property, you know, and just
You won't have to worry about
own my own life in a sense, because I feel like even our life sometimes is borrowed. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you know, we on borrowed time, so it's like with the life that we have, you know, we have to make use of it, because you know, we all have it's 24 hours in a day. You know, we all have the same amount of hours to do whatever that you want to do. So I think oftentimes, you know, us working and stuff like that, we making somebody else rich. So I think that, you know, when we you know, take the time out to work on our own dream, then, you know, you'll see how things play out. So I guess just honestly, just owning my own life,
right.
You know, living for me, not living for no one else, obviously living for your kids, but, you know, just doing things that I want to do, you know, things that's going to make me happy.
Make you happy, and then in the long run, have your kids set.
Exactly, have my kids set. So I think that's where the wealth comes in now. I want to pass things down to them. You know, obviously I want to pass down knowledge and understanding, but I also want to pass down, you know,
something you can give,
generational wealth.
They can see,
you know, because oftentimes, you know, a lot of times you only get stuff when you die, and a lot of us don't even have life insurance. Right. By the way, I think a lot of y'all should have life insurance. So,
honestly,
yeah, that's very big.
The funeral is expensive.
So and you know, that's the only way you seem like you getting money. You know, the money gets passed down, and then, you know, other races. I'm not gonna specify any race in particular, but other races, that's what they do. They take the money and they just basically invest
and pass it down.
Pass it down.
Generation. They work together.
Then kids. You know, because get a piece of the pie. So I think that's something that we need to start doing.
Right.
You know, we need to,
as
a race, as a very dominant race. I think that we need to spread the wealth.
People so stuck on the past, like, oh, we deserve this, we deserve that. What about we just take time and do it ourselves then?
I mean, ultimately, I think it boils down to us just helping each other out. You know,
right.
You know, each one teach one. So I think that we need to just pass the knowledge down, because I think, you know, the more that you know, the more that you can apply it to your everyday life. And a lot of us are as Lauren Hill would say, are miseducated. Awesome. You know what I mean? So I think that once we stay focused on that, then I think that we can apply that, and I think a lot of us would benefit from that. You know, but a lot of us don't even apply the information, because sometimes you can hear the information, but you don't even
understand, like grasp it and understand.
Yeah, you know. So,
and I feel like the piece that's the problem is that a lot of us are selfish. Like
I agree.
We look for us, look out only ourselves. Even though in family, like you only look out for yourself.
I mean, I think that's a curse. You know, that's a curse. I think that's something that was passed down. You know,
something
selfishness. Yeah, you know, just like our parents. A lot of our parents, you know, not saying that all of them are selfish, but you know, they didn't think of us. You know what I mean? Like, let's say if something happens to them, you know, then what? You know, so it's like they. You know, you have parents who work X amount of years, and then it's like, all right, what about me? Are you gonna, you know, now I have to work 30, 40, 50 years. You know what I mean? It should be where, you know, you have some money you could pass down, or you own, going back to what I said earlier, ownership. You own a restaurant, or you own a business, you own land, whatever it may be, whatever it is that you may own. And, you know, it'll make life so much easier. Like, I think that's what I'm focused on right now for my kids. I just want to own something so I could, you know, bless them. And so that they can live their life a little easier than I did, because I had a rough life, man. I mean, you know, working and going to school, and even in that, I really didn't really know the true essence of life, until I got, on my own. You know what I mean? When I was on my own, that's when I was like, whoa.
That's when it hit you.
Adulting is a serious thing.
Right.
Even now, paying rent and child care
Working
fees,
and then make sure everybody good.
yeah, it's a lot. It's very overwhelming. But that's just what it is, man. Honestly speaking, man, that's just what it is. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your past. Let's talk about the Brooklyn side of Gerard. Or do you not want to touch into that?
Now, I don't mind touching to that. I think the Brooklyn side of me is very, very urban, very diverse. When a lot of people, I don't want people to misconstrue and say, well, because he's from Brooklyn, he got to be ghetto and loud and belligerent and all those things. Don't get it twisted. I am that. You know what I mean? I am that. But I also want to, the professional side of it is too, I just, like I said, when I think of Brooklyn, I just think of just the energy. Mm-hmm. So I want people to focus on that as well. Like I said, just the good energy, the positive vibes.
Because I see a lot of Brooklyn people, like, they out here. Like, you can see that Brooklyn is a known place. Like, you don't see people talk about Jersey City or Newark, anything like that, like they talk about Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn. Like I said, once you be like, I'm from Brooklyn.
Once you get that feel, and
it's like
the rest is a wrap. Like.
Yeah, but like I said, my past is I would say I lived a hard life. You know what I mean? Never really went to like any hard time and nothing like that. But I had my fair share of being locked up. But that was always because I was hustling. You know what I mean? Like that's Brooklyn. Just trying to make a way. Just trying to like, I was selling newspapers in the projects and newspaper. No, seriously, I was selling newspapers. My grandfather, he used to basically buy the papers for a certain amount of money. I forgot how much it was. Let's say, I don't know, maybe 50 cents or something. We sell it for like $1, $1.50 or whatever have you. Or $1.25. Yeah. I forgot what it was. It's been so many years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been so many, longer than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just hustling. And then I went from selling newspapers to selling DVDs and got locked up for that. So.
Serious crime to get locked up.
Yeah, so it was like I was always, it was always, minor offenses, but it was always because of me trying to make a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now that I'm older now, obviously, that's not the wave right now. Right now it's just, working and just
make sure
the kids are straight. But I would say the past life of Brooklyn, would be me hustling. You know what I mean? Me trying to find a way to get out of
that struggle. And honestly, like I feel like people talk down about the struggle a lot, but I feel like that's what made us work harder and harder. Even though we don't get recognized for it, people see, like people that struggle see like where you came from and then where you came out of.
Well, like I said, and you're right. And in the words of Frederick Douglass, no struggle, no progress. So you have to struggle. I mean, not. I wouldn't say you have to struggle.
Honestly,
I think that it builds character.
Yeah.
It builds you as a person because it makes you appreciate things.
Yeah. If you look at these rich kids, you see like, oh, you see they don't struggle, so now you see them wilding out, doing this, that, and third, feel like they on top of the world. Don't realize that this could be you if you do this.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's important to make the right decision. I think that's something that a lot of us need to make, because as a child, all you think is playing.
Like nothing bad gonna happen.
But you got to remember, every decision costs. It's going to cost you. So I feel like my opinion, or rather my overall speech, I would say to the young ones, is basically make the right decision. Whatever you do now is going to dictate your future.
Honestly.
I think that if I would have, even though I was hustling and doing the things that I was doing, but let's say if I was saving my money the way I was supposed to, let's say if I was really focused in school the way I was supposed to, and who knows, who knows what I would have, not saying that the life I have now isn't any,
appreciated.
But I think I would have been in a better position, because when you know better, you do better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's why I said it's always good to teach your kids and just teach those who are around you that make the right decision.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, you got some adults
that still act like kids,
still act like children. You know, you don't want that. You don't want to fall into that category. Yeah, right. You don't want to fall into that category.
That's bad. Like 40-year-old men still on the block trying to.
You know, and
it's a better way. Like,
you know, so you don't want to be like that. And no offense to anyone who's still in that struggle, because everyone's struggle is different.
Everybody got a story.
Everyone has a story to be told. You know. Untold story. So yeah, man. There's water right here. That's all I drink. I drink water.
Make sure they sponsor you too.
Yeah, I drink Poland Spring. I mean, if you can see right here, Poland Spring. That's what I do. I drink water. I mean, don't get me wrong. I drink liquor and stuff like that here and there, but water is good for you, man. Like it flushes out the body. Remember, the body is 75% water. Remember that. 75% water, and also y'all need to drink a gallon of water every day. That's what they say.
If not, you're gonna be wild.
If not, you're gonna be pissing. Nah, but it's good though. It's good for your bladder. It flushes everything out. It's good for your kidney.
All the toxins out.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's always best to just drink water. Don't get me wrong. Vitamin water, all that stuff is good, but it's the sugar that kills you. You know, a lot of the sugar. So I try to drink water. I mean, like I said, I don't drink soda at all. Soda is
you don't with that?
No, so don't get me wrong. I love the little bubbly sizzling, you know, all that, but I'm good.
How long you been soda free?
Whew.
Been a minute, huh?
I mean, don't get me wrong, like
I ain't talking about like just one cup, like I'm talking about like the habit of keeping.
Oh, the habit. I would say no lie, maybe like a year ago. Yeah, I realized that, you know, even in my skin is better. Yeah, I would break out. It's the sugar. But once I've been drinking water, I realized, it's like, well, that and I use coconut oil. I use that thing make that thing shine. That thing be shining. Serious, like, that thing be shining. But yeah, man, like,
I think that's it.
I gotta have water. Everywhere I go, I gotta have water, man. But yeah, man. So you know, that's just what it is, man. Like I don't know how else to put it. Like people need to just take life serious, because you could be here today and gone tomorrow. You know, that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? I think if people was to realize that and really take heed of that, like, yo, you know what? Like, we could be here right now and tomorrow, because we're on borrowed time. Right. So every second, every millisecond counts. And I think that's the mindset that I have. I wake up, first and foremost, I go, thank you, Lord, you know, for allowing me to see another day. And I go, what can I do today to make a difference? You know what I mean? Whether it be, you know, you never know, you know, what the other person is dealing with, you know, so you just want to just be yourself, obviously, and always be kind to others, always help them out. Like, I'm always the type of person to, like, if you need something, I give it to you, and not expecting anything in return. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll be nice,
right?
You know,
but I know
it'll be nice.
That person do that, like, you don't like, oh, when is this person gonna give me back, like that?
Nah, I don't think like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you do, then
it's appreciated.
It's greatly appreciated, but I just always do things from my heart. That's the type of person that I am. That's my character. Because remember, character is with you. That goes with you everywhere. You know, so I'm always looking to help somebody, because you know you never know when you may need them. But like I said, and even if they do, I did my deed. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna allow you to mess up the type of person that I am. I'm gonna forever be who I am. Right. I'm gonna forever be Brooklyn.
Different.
I'm a little sick, man, but you know, I'm still gonna get my speech. I'm still gonna vocalize. It's all good, you know. But yeah, like I said, man, just you know, I'm embracing life, and you know, I'm embarking on a new journey. I'm loving myself more. You know, taking care of my skin.
I see you've been stress free lately. Too.
Yeah, I've been
we both.
Yeah, you know,
last year was different.
It was very different.
Not in a good way.
Yeah, because you know we lose focus. We lose sight on. A lot of us give negative. You know, we focus on the negativity. You know, my cousin, shout out to my cousin Craig. He always told me to feed my greater. You know, you always said that, you know, whatever you're good at, feed that, you know what I mean? Feed it. And also feed your less than as well, obviously, because you want to turn your negatives. Yeah, you know, but just always feed your greater, what you're good at, you know? So I've always been the center of attention. I've always been the type of person to move people and
make people happy.
Make people happy. So, I mean, why not? Why not? You know, every day they're like, oh, you always laughing, you always smiling,
people really expect you to be negative all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of people are negative, you know, and those type of people I don't even want to surround myself with, because you are the company you keep. So I don't even want to surround myself with. But if you know, if you see me even at work, I don't even around my days, you know, now my days.
Then you only got a friend to put you back in the track.
Yeah, you know,
like,
and
this ain't you.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, you know, I'm a very happy person because I know the quality of life, you know, and once you understand the quality of life, then there's no reason to stress over anything, because God will provide. So why stress? You know how much what that does to the body. You stressing. How I'm gonna pay this bill? Don't get me wrong, I still stress here and there. You know what I mean?
That's his life though. Like life will make you stress, but
not now.
Not focus that much on the stress though.
Yeah, but like now I just be like, you know what? It's gonna get paid. Yeah. And when I get paid when it's supposed to get paid, but it's gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Might be 2 weeks of
yeah, you know, whenever I might direct deposit hit, that's when that bill will
call the landlord like, yo, I don't know about this.
Listen, I don't know today.
Maybe it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but that's real. You know what I mean? It's real.
Struggle's real.
My landlord is real, man. Like, yo, my landlord is real. Like he really look out for me. He obviously he's a landlord, but he's like a friend to me. You know, we talk all the time, and you know, so and also it's all about building relationships too. Mm-hmm. You know, because you never know.
Like he might make you a super or something to a building.
You never know. You know, I'm looking to do real estate, you know, soon. Or I'm looking to get into trade, whatever. You know, I decide to dabble in. You know, he's like, listen, I support you. You know, and to hear that from your landlord, it's like
all people, like
yeah,
somebody
like,
you're not supposed to have no communication with,
except for the rent. That's it. And, you know, he's like, listen, how's everything? How's life? You know, you good? You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, it's a support. You know, and that goes a long way. To have somebody like, even with this podcast that you have, you know, when you first told me about it, I said, yo, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Because you actually took the initiative. It's not like you. It's one thing to
say you're gonna do something.
To talk about it, but to actually implement it, like actually, like we're here right now. Like we're here. You know, we're here, and this is beautiful, man. And this is something that you can really, you know, go far with, you know.
Right.
So, drinking my water.
So also, we know about the acting, we know about the skits, we just learned about the real estate.
Yeah.
But I know you say you want to do comedy too.
Yeah, comedy. Comedy is
What's your update on that?
Comedy is that's the by the way, Robbie Wiley, Rod_B Wiley. Nah, comedy I think is something that I do music too. Don't get me wrong.
I was about to say that next.
Yeah, I do music. No ad.
I was going to ask about that next.
Don't do that. I do music. I started out doing. Well, actually, I started out doing poetry. Mm-hmm. Started out really doing poetry, and I was doing like you know the. You know what I mean?
One, two.
Yeah, I love that. You know what I mean? I love that. I love poetry. I love the rhythm and the. I don't know, man. Yeah, everything.
Really put your feeling in poetry.
Yeah. I feel like it taps into like your true artistry. It taps into like you. You know, so I started doing that, and then I transitioned to obviously rapping on the beats and freestyling. And the storyline behind that, I'm gonna go into the comedy. Storyline behind that is I met this man by the name of Hassan. Shout out to my man Hassan. I basically started doing freestyles and stuff like that, and he used to like to say, "Listen, we gotta make some songs." You know what I mean? Like, so he started showing me how to, you know, the 8 bars and 16s, and you gotta make the chorus and make the hook here. You know, so again, yeah. So show me the way, and I, you know, I took that and I just ran off with it and developed my own sound, and you know. But other than that, I do the music thing, but the comedy, I think the comedy is something that I I really, really enjoy. You know what I mean? The first time I actually did my first skit was with Corey, also known as 10K Chase. Shout out to my man 10K Chase. He basically was like, yo, bro, if you're gonna do the comedy thing, you gotta be serious, you know what I mean? And I wasn't really serious like that. I do like a skit.
Before you even make a video, you play around that word.
Yeah, I play around. So to actually put it, you know, in the skit, it's like it's crazy, and the reaction that I've been receiving is pretty big, you know.
I love.
So you know, I mean, like I said, the comedy thing is something it's a new dream that I want to embark on. But again, I want to transition that to, you know, to the acting, you know, because I eventually want to have my own show. Maybe eventually I may do stand up. You know, I eventually just want to just do tons of things because again, we on borrowed time, so I want to make every second count. That's it. Make every second count. That's it.
That's a lot, bro.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
Ain't what next to talk about. Don't know what next to talk about.
That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. That's it, man.